The governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai, has said that the All Progressives Congress, APC, may have lost in the Edo elections because voters changed their minds in the last 2 weeks. El-Rufai stated this on Monday morning while appearing on Channels Television's Sunrise Daily. According to the governor, he was optimistic as at 3 weeks ago because of the results of polls. 3 weeks ago, the polls clearly showed the APC was going to win, but the results came out differently from what we expected. The election was decent. We were worried about violence, but there was none at all. Obaseki has won, and that is it. You have to go into elections knowing you can lose. El-Rufai also insisted that President Muhammadu Buhari does not try to influence elections with the federal might. The president has never used what is called federal might to steal elections like other governments have done in the past. We always insist everyone go and pitch to the people and may the best man win, he added. Well, I don't know where El-Rufai got this whole thing from, that as 3 weeks ago, that according to the poll, that it was sure, they were so sure that this man will win, the APC, their candidate, Pastor Iyamu'S, will win. I don't know the kind of poll he's talking about. He talked about, why did he say people change their mind 2 weeks ago? Why did they change their mind? Onto what? Because according to the even based on the debate that was aired on Channels Television, everybody could really see the difference. And apart from the poll that they conducted, online poll, that one is a different one because it was really in favor of Obaseki. Also, after the debate again, it was still on the side of Obaseki. So I don't know where governor of Kaduna State, gets his own fact that as 3 weeks ago, they just believed, they had in mind set, or they have that expectation that their candidate would win. And also, that they are supposed to, the grand finale of their campaign, all of a sudden they just stopped it. God knows what happened. So a lot of people are insinuating a lot of things, that a lot of the governors changed their mind at the end of the day. So, well, I think it's been sincere that the election was free and fair. There was no violence at all. They saw everything. There was no violence. And why was there violence? But there was violence in Kogi State because it was trying to tell us that Buhari never did this, Buhari never did this. All the time, they always try to blow their trumpets and try to woo the other, or try to blame other past governments. And we can see what has happened under this dispensation. But one thing I just like that he said that the election was not, there was no violence at all. Everything went on smoothly. But why did the people change their minds 2 weeks ago? Because they were expecting that they would win. They could not even contest it. They couldn't even contest it. Up to now, we have not even heard it from Mr. Adams Ushomole, or Comrade. He prefers to be called Comrade. He's not said anything, but it's inconsequential. The man has won, and with a very, very wide margin. Very, very wide margin. They were surprised that the people wanted the man. Contrary to the narratives out there, that the man was not on ground, the man, they rejected him. That is how politicians do talk. They usually talk. They are so optimistic. They will never back down when it comes to projecting themselves. So I appreciate what not really appreciate what this thing, but it's just stating the obvious, and that was exactly what happened. And let's see what happens, because definitely Oshomole has vowed in the past that even if Obaseki, when he defected to PDP, that they will still meet in court because of his credential and all of that. So maybe we are still going to be waiting for him to do that. I think the best thing for him now is just to pipe low and calm down and just move on, because he has seen enough defeat. This guy has really dealt with him, not by physical this, but Obaseki has been able to prove and has shown that yes, he's in charge, that all these accolades, all this encomium they are giving him, they are just undue, but we can see the results now. A technocrat who doesn't know anything, but the result has made everybody understand what usually happens, what has been happening, and what has now happened at the end of the day. Food for thought. Someone say you are a liar. From onset, APC can never win Edo elections unless it's rigged, and don't repeat it again. Buhari has been using federal might because he used it in Ekiti, Osun, Bayelsa, even in his own election too. Did Buhari not rig himself in during the last presidential elections? APC is a big trigger of elections, or a big rigor of elections. Edo elections was not rigged because of fear of being blacklisted by US, UK, and other world bodies. Northern politicians are very, very wicked. After using Adams and Bola Tinubu, they are now destroying them. What about Kogi State? Because he said the Buhari has never done such. He has never used federal might. Buhari released 10 billion naira to Yaya Bello to pay talks on the eve of the election. Who are you lying to? At least you said something good this time. One thing is that everything is clear. Everything is clear. And this warning from the US and UK is helped to a very large extent, but the people too, they were on ground. The Edo people, they knew what they wanted, so they couldn't even do much, and that's why you could see that they are just accepting everything. You see, Rochas Okorocha came out and said, APC is gone, based on what happened, that it is an evidence that revolution, the masses is revolution against the masses, revolution against APC government. PDP won Kano clearly, exactly in the last general election, but was declared inconclusive and federal might was applied. Ekiti, Kogi, Imo was all rigged at the top. Those stone-heads jubilating about PDP success in the Edo elections are the same people who would complain about Obaseki's non-performance. But why didn't they complain in the first term? They didn't complain, so why would they complain in the second term? Unless he's going to change, but at least based on what he did during his first tenure, I think that was what gave him that massive support. According to what this person is saying, Obaseki is 100% more better than the gathering of the APC vampire like Tony Kabaka and co. Lunatic, go and hide your face. The worst performances of a PDP government anywhere is much better than the best performance of any government anywhere. Okay, PDP supporters are coming out. Well, look who is talking. You chop from OBJ, PDP, and from GMB, APC, and you are saying unlike others. Who are the others? Exactly, good question. They were there. It was in PDP. You see the way they always try to deceive themselves. Once they are with you, they will sing your praises. If you are no longer with them, if they are no longer with you, they will begin to say different things. And this person is really spot on. This person is really spot on. He was part of the former government. Well, you have spoken well, Excellency. You are all the same. This one is above federal might. He has not enunciated why voters change their mind. Okay, he has not he has not even said it. Like I asked the question, he has not even said and told us why voters change their mind in the last 2 weeks. Voters change their mind in the last 2 weeks because of the increase of in price of fuel, PMS. They are annoyed, so they decided to make use of Italy scapegoats. Let El-Rufai tell that to the Marine. The election that brought him to the second time was gotten by federal might, using the military, the police, and all other forms of rigging. The world is aware of this fact. That is why the US is placing them on traveling ban. This is true, Your Excellency. The president will never influence any elections nor use federal might. The truth is that some power-drunk politicians would have wanted him to do so, but he isn't the type to be pushed around. I keep saying the people around him haven't understood him yet. They would have known he isn't a mean person. Drop Oshomole and Tinubu and the APC will start experiencing peace. Ho, ho, ho. Well, Oshomole is no longer holding any position in APC at the national level, even at local level now. It's nowhere. You don't worry yourself if we complain, but all I know is Obaseki is a winner. So these people can be so scared of the almighty US. Shame. The reason why APC lost the Edo poll was as a result of the federal government increase in the price of fuel of a PMS about 2 weeks to Edo election. The Edo lights decided to make Iyamu'S a scapegoat. Story for the gods. What is El-Rufai talking about? We don't understand what he's talking about. That the people changed their minds last 2 weeks. Why would they change their mind? He didn't tell us. So guys, let's hear your opinion. You heard what he said about the election and about the president as well.